guys, welcome back to Community Table, where I'm taking your pantry staples on a trip around the world. Today's ingredient is the humble banana, a very ripe banana. Now listen, I know what you're going to say, just make banana bread, that's what everybody's doing. But what do you do when you just have one ripe banana? Well, you make Mangalore Buns, son. Don't know what those are? Well, let me tell you. So Mangalore Buns are really special to me. It's an Indian recipe from Mangalore, which is where I am from. They're wicked easy to make. They're basically like little banana fry breads, a little sweet, a little salty. You have them with a hot cup of coffee and a little bit of something to dip it in. So good. So let's get going and I'll show you how to make them. Let's talk about ingredients. Obviously you need one medium, very ripe banana, some whole milk Greek yogurt, some baking soda, some sugar, cumin seeds that you've toasted until they're fragrant, salt, turmeric, and flour. Peel the banana, and then we're going to take a teaspoon of kosher salt, sprinkle it all over, a teaspoon, well actually 3 teaspoons of sugar. That's just going to help us mash it up. 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. 1, 2. Cumin seeds go in. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. And a 1/4 teaspoon to a half of gorgeous, gorgeous diaspora turmeric. We mix it together. Now for the flour. You need a cup or so of flour. And you need to put it in about a spoonful at a time. Okay, now that it's coming together as a dough, I'm going to switch to my hands. So I didn't use all my flour yet, and this is why you do it a tablespoon at a time. The amount of flour that you're going to use really depends on the size and the ripeness of the banana that you're using. The bigger the banana, the more flour you'll need. The riper the banana, the more flour you'll need because it's juicier. So if your dough isn't coming together, add a little bit of flour, a tablespoon at a time. If it's too dry, wet the palm of your hand, knead it, and that will loosen up your dough. But this is looking really good. A little bit more, still a little sticky, see? Okay, but this is a beautiful dough. You see, it's soft, it's not sticky. I'm going to knead it a bit more just to get all those wrinkles out, but that is a great dough. I'm happy with that guy. Okay, so after you've kneaded a dough, you need to let it rest. She says punching the dough even more. So make it into a little disc, cover it in plastic wrap, and let it sit in your fridge overnight, okay? And then that will give the flour time to rest, the gluten time to rest. And I also find that even if your dough seems a little sticky right now, after it's rested, it usually dries up a little bit. Time to put you in the fridge, Missy. So this is the dough that I made last night and kept in the fridge. Before I turn it out, sprinkle a little flour on your surface and just a little bit on your rolling pin too. Okay, so it's a little sticky, I can tell. That's okay. That is why I floured my surface. So just knead it to wake it back up. And just see where it's at, if it needs a bit more flour or a little more liquid. This looks good though. Look, it's not sticky anymore. Roll it into a log. Cut it in half. And this dough should give you about 10 pieces. So now I'm going to try to make 5 out of this, which is an odd number and it's very difficult, but we can do it. Let's call those even, shall we? Roll it into a ball, press it into a little disc, and then roll it. that's about the size you want, about the size of your palm. There you go. That is a Mangalore bun ready to be fried. I'm going to set it aside and roll some more. Pot of oil heating up, needs to be at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That looks good to me. In goes the first bun. So it usually sinks to the bottom and then it'll come up to the top. And then I like to pat it to encourage those bubbles to form and kind of join together so that the whole thing puffs up. And the turmeric, for some reason, turns up this beautiful kind of beet red color. Flip it and cook it on the other side. Flip it just to check it. Altogether, I've probably fried this guy for, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. Now it's time to take them out. So I put them on a paper towel lined plate right here. I'm going to sprinkle them with some salt and keep frying. So here's my plate of Mangalore buns. Now, full disclosure, they should puff up more than they did, and I suspect it's because the dough was still a little bit sticky, but they're still going to be delicious. Now, at home in Mangalore, you would serve this with a cup of coffee and a coconut chutney. Coconut's a little tricky to find here, so I made a pineapple chutney to go with it. You would eat this for breakfast or like a 4 p.m. snack, because dinner's way later there. It's also really, really good with pimento cheese dip. I tried it the other day. It's wacko good. And then Bren, the cameraman, my husband, also had an idea to make it an Elvis Goes to Mangalore bun, and you could put peanut butter and bacon on it. How good does that sound? Okay, I'm gonna rip into it. Oh, look at the beautiful red that happens on the inside of the bun. Isn't that cool? And then I'm gonna take a little bit of chutney. Oh, there's so much flavor going on between the two of those. The thing about the bun is, it's bready, it's a little spongy, chewy, crispy on the outside, and it's very slightly sweet from that banana, and I love the little pop of cumin seeds and turmeric in there. It has this real warmth running through each bite that goes so well with the sweetness and a little bit of the heat that's in the pineapple chutney. I'll put this recipe down below so you can make it too. If you decide to make Mangalore buns, please take a photo, tag me in it, tell me how they turn out. They are so much fun to make, especially with your kids. My girls love rolling them out and watching them transform in the oil. Tell me what you think, leave me a comment below, and I will see you next week.